If they like that. I want to keep this. What do you
We're not here. Definitely pay a little extra. We never. Hey, Trump was nice. He was right.
Thank you. I'm gonna get my back. I also talked to
Want to go by the Easter Bunny?
Really? Like bees?
Number one movie in the country. I recognize that one right there with the shades on.
Look at
Break off. Great. What is You're going to play it up.
So if I made it,
drawing. I could sign autographs for you guys. And then tonight you could sell them for $25,000 on eBay.
Can you sign mine? Can you sign mine?
I'll sign it.
Carolina, do you want to give Grandpa your picture?
Caroline is the only one that doesn't want my autograph. Very spoiled. She has zero. I would say Carolina has zero interest in my autograph. Oh, that's nice. I think I'm going to sign this. That way I'll say I drew it. Look, I drew it. Look what I did, everybody.
Can you sign the back?
Ready? See, now Biden would use the auto pen. He'd have an auto pen following him. You know, Joe Biden, he didn't sign. He was incapable of signing his name. So they'd follow him around with this big machine. You know what it was called? An auto pen. And he'd have the auto pen sign for him. He'd take the paper, hand it to his guys, they'd sign it with an auto pen, give it back. Not too big, right? Better to sign it.
President Trump.
Okay, that's the fake news.
I made Air Force.
Who likes the fake news? Does anybody like the fake news?
No.
Look how beautiful it is.
And then I made this.
Are you going to go to work for NASA someday?
No. I mean, I made it for you to keep.
Okay, here's for you.
Here's for you.
Good guy.
Thank you, Donald Trump. But President Trump, this one was for you.
Honey.
Johnny, where's he? Everybody's on there.
Hey, President Trump. President Trump. President Trump.
See what I do? Look, I'm signing. They won't let me draw. They keep giving me things. You're disturbing a great audience. Right there.
That's not auto pen.
I'm going to use one of them.
I wanted you to.
Very talented. You want to be an artist?
Jackson.
I want to be a football player.
You have to grow a little bit. You have a good arm? What position do you want?
I want to play linebacker.
Look at this guy. He's a great photographer. He's our best looking photographer. I don't know if he's our best photographer, but he's our best looking, which frankly is more important.
You got another one behind you. One's here. Right behind you.
Wow, did you do this photo? That.
Leo and Athena, do you want to give them your pictures this time?
You know, she said,
Thank you, President Trump.
thank you very much. Good luck with the linebacker. But you're going to have to do a lot of working out. Day and night, day and night. It's got to become an obsession. You're going to have to love hitting people.
Yeah.
You like that? You know, I was sitting looking at the White House. Too long. I got a lot of lights. See what we're doing? We're fixing up. enough to hold. Hasn't been fixed since 1799. No, I see the spots over there. Look, they got hit by.
Yeah, I'll be in charge of fixing it too.
That's a sign. Could I have that?
See the middle column? Okay? See the up right above the middle column. The two columns. Now go up a foot and a half. You see the broken piece of you see it? Look. Go right out. No, but you see what I'm saying? That's this thing. It fell out 100 years ago.
These girls gave you more things to do.
No, but do you think anyone else would see it? See, I look at that, I say, that's perfect. You gotta go in and take care of it.
Luke, you have something from Grandma's side? On the neck? Give Grandma next.
Turnberry. This egg is ready to break. This breaks up in cup. I think we can get him another egg. This egg is sweet. This egg is sweet better. Who's this egg? Where's your from? Is that guy here, the handsome guy? Is that your sugar? I owe you. Greatest phrase in the history of make America great again. So see, now it's great. Hey, Jay.
That's the note. I just saw that email.
Yeah, of course. But here, they're going to all lose their jobs. No, they're going to lose their jobs.
Thank you for coming to the White House Restaurant. Group B, please make your way to the exit. Thank you.
All right, Luke, you better hang on now.
What we should do? We should put our jack on. Hey, Michael.
Mr. President.
Come say hi to the
In the mountainous terrain. He was amazing because he was able to get to a place at the time when you're injured to be able to climb that high. It was really incredible. But they're both doing good. They say it has never really been done before for two. It's been done on occasion for one, but two. When a plane goes down into truly hostile territory, you would rate that top of the line hostile. You would say can't be much tougher. Tough people, tough fighters. And that was central right there. That was central. That was Iran plus. And when planes go down in territories, whether it's Vietnam or Iran, you sort of equate the level of fighting ability, I would say. You rarely go in because you have to, we had 200 people go in there. And because of the location, because of where you are, you're surrounded by guns all over the place, guns, missiles, and everything. You could lose 200 people for the sake of getting one. So as much as we want to get our wounded and get our people out of there, we want to do it badly, but it just doesn't happen that much. And I said, let's do it. Very risky because we could have lost 100 to 200 people in order to get one. It went the other way. And it went the other way.
Mr. President.
They want to. I've heard that they want to. She should star in it.
Who do you want to play yourself,
Didn't she be better starring?
Mr. President, who do you want to play yourself?
I picked the best looking guy around.
What about yourself?
If he can't act,
What about yourself?
that's okay. I want the best looking guy. I don't care if he can act.
Mr. President.
Come say hi to the volunteers.
You were able to authorize the search and rescue operation. The fact that it was so dangerous, the fact that it was successful, what message does that send to Iran as this deadline to come to a deal about the lethality of our military
Well, I think
capabilities?
they've seen it for the last 40 days. There is no military. Look at what we did with Venezuela and how well that's worked out. We're taking in hundreds of millions of barrels of oil. It's been an amazing relationship. We get along. It's the best thing that ever happened to Venezuela. They're back on track. They're doing more business, even though we're essentially a partnership on the oil. They're doing more business now in Venezuela than they've ever done before. Money's coming in like it's never come in before. It's amazing. And frankly, we could do the same here. Because if I had my wish, I would just like to take the oil. But I don't know that the American public wants that. They want us to go in, do what we have to do, and get out. You know what? We went in for a very simple reason, and not regime change, but we got regime change. This is a whole different regime. This is a different group of people. They're more moderate. They're smarter, much smarter. And, we blew up one regime, we blew up another regime, and now we're dealing with a third, and it is more moderate, it's better. But we didn't do it for that. It seems to be a byproduct. We did it for a simple reason. You know what that is? No nuclear weapon. And they will never have a nuclear weapon. Now, on top of that, we've decimated their military. We've knocked out their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, most of their missiles are gone, most of their drones are gone. We have done a hell of a job. And their leadership is gone. Their radar is gone, their anti-aircraft is gone, and they'll get a lucky shot off. And, if you shoot enough shots into the air, you're going to hit something. And that's what happened. But our military is great. We built a military that's great. I rebuilt the military in my first term, and I'm using it in my second term.
Sir, do you have a message for the crew of Artemis 2 as they get ready to
I
do a lunar
I think
flyover?
they're fantastic. Jared, and not Jared, this is my other Jared. I have two Jareds in my life, right? Jared's done a fantastic job at NASA, and he's been amazing. And everybody told me he was going to be good. I didn't know he'd be that good. And he's got that thing hopping. He's got NASA hopping, and he was an astronaut. He's done this. Very successful guy, and he's doing a great job.
Does it add to the meaning that this is happening the 250th year of American independence?
Well, it's happening then, and it's also happening at a time where we're in a very, very powerful, you could call it a military operation. People like me to call it that because they don't like me using the word war. Because they say, he said war. Let's go at a military operation. But no, Jared's doing a great job. NASA's amazing, actually amazing, and that's some ship, and so risky. Personally, I wouldn't want to do it. Okay, we all have courage. I would prefer not to.
Hey, President Trump, did you ever think you see the Trump derangement syndrome so bad that you got people on Twitter? Looks like they're even rooting for Iran.
Yeah, they're sick people. They're sick people. And they're weak people. You know, people that are rooting for they're weak, ineffective people. They lost. But you put them up in front, put them right in front of me, right here, and they wouldn't open their mouth. They wouldn't open their mouth. They're very weak, ineffective people.
Or at least start building it before.
Who's doing a legal challenge?
It's a group of veterans, sir.
Group of veterans?
Because it obstructs the viewshed between Arlington National Cemetery and...
You gotta be kidding. This was approved 100 years ago. You know that. It never got built. It was stopped by a thing called the Civil War. That circle has sat there vacant for hundreds, like 150 years or something. They tried to do it again in around 1901, but it never happened. No, I think we're doing very well. I think it's going very good. And veterans are the ones that should like it. It's called a triumphal arc. It's in honor of the veterans.
Mr. President, you got the masters this week.
Yes, I will.
Mr. President, what would you say to the people who might be concerned that bombing civilian power plants could be a war crime?
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. You know it's a war crime? Having a nuclear weapon. Allowing a sick country with demented leadership have a nuclear weapon. That's a war crime. And if I allowed that to happen, like 7 other presidents did, every president said, you know, many of them are saying be off the record and they're saying behind the scene, they should have done this a long time ago. For 47 years this has been going on, and every one of those presidents should have done it. And actually, as you know, off the record, they're doing it off the record because they haven't got the courage to say it. Those presidents are giving me a lot of credit. This should have been done by Obama, should have been done by Clinton, should have been done by the Bushes. This should have been done. And it would have been a lot easier if it was done a long time ago, right? Do you agree with me?
Sir.
You know the war crime? War crime is allowing Iran to have a nuclear weapon. And take a look at countries. Take a look at if they would have had a nuclear weapon, they would have used it. You'd have no Israel. You'd have no Middle East right now. And they would have been coming here. I'm not going to let that. That would have been a work around. Thank you.
Mr. President, you called me a tall egg man. Can I have a handshake? Excuse me. Mr. President, I'm a tall egg man.
We'll see you at the news conference.
I have a challenge point.
You're good looking, but he's better looking.
Any FLOTUS press?
Yes. Yes.